Okay, so we got 2 fights under our belts. Let's go for the 3rd one.
That was a crowd pleaser. Many were waiting to see that woman put in her place. Sir Blackstone is your next opponent. Are you ready to face him?
What can you tell me? No, let's just... I am!
And let us begin!
Yeah.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Aeducan.
And Druegar looks awesome.
Lord Aeducan will fight Sir Blackstone, Deep Road squad leader of the warrior caste.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you bleed.
I'll make you eat those words.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Yeah, boss goes to combat. Start with a shield pummel. All my abilities are just basically giving the other person a timeout while I just hit them. Easy peasy. I really should stick to
The
shield.
winner is Lord Aeducan.
Okay, let's go for the next one.
Well done. You have proven that even the best of the warrior caste cannot match a noble Aeducan. Frandland Ivo is your final opponent. He too has had many victories today. Are you ready to face him, or will you rest first?
Let me at him.
Of course. This is a glory proving.
You should say something different.
Fought under the watchful eyes of
More
the
exciting.
paragons of Orzammar.
I'm saying the same thing.
For the honor of House Aeducan.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is down to just 2 warriors. With backbones of stone and wills of iron. They have defeated all others this day.
It's the final showdown.
Lord Aeducan will fight Frandland Ivo, second son of Lord Ivo.
Yeah, we're both second sons.
You fight well. I wish you glory today and glory tomorrow.
Shut up and fight already.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. The victor is champion. Fight!
Okay. He also uses a shield.
For it. No quarter.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Freaking. Oh, we're doing the same attack. Oh, he got it first. Crap. And look at this freaking knife. Oh, there's gonna do something kind of devious here.
Time to play.
First of all.
Alright, I'm game. Drive them back!
And now shield pummel.
I need some help!
Now I'm gonna equip the dagger so I can attack him faster.
Let's do this quickly, shall we?
Hit him! God.
Was there any doubt?
Okay.
The winner is Lord Aeducan.
It's the woman that gave him all the trouble. They're vicious looking daggers. They're kind of awesome. I am very jealous of those daggers. Okay.
Congratulations. Frandland Ivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You've vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours.
Awesome. Of course it's mine.
As you say.
Yeah. I love being... Oh, it requires 18 strength. No. Man, that's sad. Okay, we're done.
My lord?
Tell the guards to be ready, Gorim. I want to leave.
You heard the man.
Your
Yeah,
wish
you
is
did.
our command.
Yeah, you did. Okay. I don't think there's any point doing anything. Let's go just let's just run back to the palace and go to the feast. Let's feast as I celebrate being unbearably awesome to everyone around me. That's gonna be my guy, guys. That's gonna be the guy who is so sure he's cooler than everyone else and loves showing it off. He's gonna be a little bit of a jerk, very selfish, but that's gonna be the character I'm gonna play. I want to see what happens in Inquisitions when you kind of live. You leave everything kind of like in chaos, and a lot of people like all dead and hating you, and also, you know what I mean. Let's go check it out.
Look, the Grey Wardens are here. The
Might I
raid
borrow?
tomorrow must be more than a standard mission. The Wardens only go
Grey
where the
Wardens?
Darkspawn are the greatest threat.
Where's Grey Warden? Oh, here we go. Duncan is here. He's the guy from the intro cinematic. If you didn't skip it, you should have skipped it, guys. I'm sorry. Like the frame rates there was the frame rates issue was really bad. It seems to be fixed now. I don't see any drop frames on my little counter here on the side, but let me know if you guys see a problem. Okay, let's explore here before servants.
I am at your service, my lord.
Of course you are. Because I am Druegar, the prince, the dude who rules all. But yeah, let's explore this a little bit.
Your Highness, what a surprise. I apologize if we are in your way.
I feel so bad. I'm being such a evil guy. Such a jerk to everyone else. It's all locked. Damn it. This locked. Yeah, it's locked. Yeah. I'm always tempted to play rogue so I can get into all this stuff, but I know that I'll try. If I play like that, it gets really boring because I'm just basically constantly looking for stuff that I missed. It's like every single little thing, I gotta get it, I gotta find it. I'm gonna try to play not as obsessed, not as OCD this time. I like the carpet. That's a cool carpet. Even though it just says 2, 2, 2, 2. But okay. This guy won't talk to me.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lord. I wish to speak
that
to you
won't
of a
count.
matter most urgent.
Gorium, how much time do I
It
have?
looks as if the heads of House Bimo and Mino are keeping your father busy.
Bimo.
Which leaves you plenty of time for our dear
From
old
the Adventure
friend, Lord
Time.
Dace.
You're a credit to your caste, Sir Gorum.
Hall.
I've always said
The
so.
Bimo house.
If I had a daughter, I'd give her to you and make you the noble you deserve to be.
That's really
You
creepy.
honor me, my lord.
Oh no, he's talking. He's talking to Gorum. Thought he was talking to me. I was like, that's really weird. But yeah, Gorum should totally be a noble. He's the great. Oh, I'm gonna go. He's mocking you, Gorum.
What? I would never do such a thing.
You would. You did. We're leaving.
I see. Very well then. Good day.
Oh no, I'm gonna talk to him again.
You've returned. Might you have time to talk now?
What's in your mind?
First, let me congratulate you on your commission. 2 of King Endrin's children now commissioned war leaders.
Yeah.
It does great honor to your house.
You didn't stop me to exchange pleasantries?
Ha! No, I surely did not. Let us just pretend we spent another 10 minutes wishing good things on each other's houses, yes? There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
Is this going to be a bribe or blackmail?
Well, you do cut to the point, don't you? You'll be quite a shock if you ever join the Assembly. We are so fond of our doublespeak. I have no desire to obligate you or force your hand. I propose a mutually beneficial arrangement. The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago,
Air-touched.
narrow-minded men
Got touched by
declared
the air.
that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause.
The dwarves who travel to the server are no longer dwarves. What do I get in return? Of course, it's the right thing to do. Why so interested in this particular cause?
Those on the surface
even
are
doing
our
voice anymore,
lifeline.
guys. I'm
They
sorry.
facilitate trade with the surface. They're honorable and, well, let's be honest. I don't care a whit for those who have wandered from the stone.
Yeah.
My wife, however, is a gem of a different color. She has a cousin, a useless sort, but she's quite fond of him. He joined a speculative venture to the surface, hoping to make his fortune, and went bust. Now he wishes to come home, but he cannot, for he has no house and would be castless. For my wife's sake, I take up his cause. Will you lend me your voice?
What do I get in return?
I keep my ears to the stone, my lord. I hear many things, some of which could be a great help during your mission tomorrow. A little forewarning to help your forearming, if you know what I mean.
You have a deal. What do I do?
When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
Okay. Alright, we're gonna talk to this lady.
You're a fool.
Because she says that to me. But it's gonna become clear why in a second. But I want to talk about whether or not I'm gonna... Okay, let's just talk to her and then I'll
Your
talk to
mother
you
would
guys.
melt the stone if she knew what you just did.
Gorham, did you hear something?
Do not mock me, boy. Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you.
If you have something to say, do so.
If you are to play in the games of the Assembly, make sure you know the motivations of the players. Last spring, a guild from the Merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the Merchant Guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster.
So this is Lord Dace Blaze to recover his losses.
Clever child. Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Aeducan.
It's my house. If the surface dwellers return to their noble houses, ...
You begin to see the whole picture. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the Surfacers' kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace.
Alright, Lord Dace dies for this. Alright, Lord Dace dies
If you call
for
his
this.
bluff, then you lose your chance to turn the tables. Let him think he has you. Smile and nod, and when he asks his
raining
question,
outside.
tell him that the so-called Surface Caste are right where they belong. That should take Lord Dace down a peg or two.
I'll think about it.
Good. Your house's reputation hangs in the balance.
Okay, bye. That was a weird, slow bow. We'll talk to Duncan, not Ducan. He's the guy from the intro. That's so cool that he didn't even need to use his own sword. But, yeah, so this guy tries to trick you to saying, like, oh yeah, they should totally be, and then, because if he wins, then, like, I and my family specifically ends up owing a lot of money, and he gets to, like, recover. But, I'm very curious, because, like, I've never sided with him. I never either ignored the old lady or just decided, no, screw it, let's do the right thing, because I mean, it's very obvious, like, oh, no, you shouldn't do it, or, like, the game pretty much leads you into, like, the sort of choice. But he says he's going to warn me about tomorrow, and, that's when, like, the game, like, that's, because, like, the games all start with background, but then they all lead to the same place, which is, Ostagar, which you'll see in a little bit, but basically, like, a very dramatic thing happens tomorrow, and two things actually can happen tomorrow, but he says he has information about tomorrow, and I'm kind of curious as to what that is. Like, does it change anything that happens? And I've never done that option, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna side with him, even though we kind of know that he's a bit of a jerk. Okay? Alright, Let's go talk to Duncan now.
Greetings, my lord Aeducan. It is an honor to meet you at last.
At last? Have you been waiting for me?
Not as such, but your father never misses a chance to boast of your skill and bravery.
Well, I am
He
awesome.
says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Aeducan.
Probably. There's no may about it. I am the best.
Yes, he mentioned your humble nature as well.
Humble
We need more
as,
Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken here in Ozamar, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world.
Let them leave our city and pester the humans. Good! Let them leave our city and pester the humans.
No one is safe from a blight. If the Darkspawn overrun the surface lands, they will return in even greater numbers. Ozamar would perish along with the rest. None of our lands is truly self-sufficient.
No, I don't want to... I do not know as much as I should about the Grey Wardens.
You know of our dedication to destroying the Darkspawn, our frontline presence during a blight. What else would you know?
Could I join the Grey Wardens and still stay in Ozamar?
I'm afraid not. Grey Wardens go where they're needed most.
Screw you, buddy.
Right now, that is on the surface at the ruins of Ostagar.
Yeah, we're gonna go there.
Where the human king gathers his
We're gonna become
armies
a Grey
to face
Warden.
the blight.
Spoiler alert. I am an Aeducan. Ozamar needs me here.
Then it is a good thing that you have other paths before
Yeah.
you. Some are not so lucky. I wish you luck in the deep roads tomorrow. Show the Darkspawn the might of your people.
Yeah, can you imagine if a situation arose that left me no choice but to join the Grey Wardens? That would be terrible. Okay.
My king, please reconsider. The trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality.
What are you talking about?
There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bemo and
Debatable.
Mino. The Assembly of Kal Sharok will respect the rule of Ozamar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling.
I wonder what they were talking about.
Trastvala, my son.
Trastvala, baby.
How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor. I hear you were declared champion of the Provings. I suppose you were never one to sit by when something exciting was going on. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses?
Of course, father.
So dutiful. Very well, let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the Paragon Aeducan. Who would pose a question to the prospective commander? Who seeks to know the prospect better?
I have a question. I seek to know the prospect better.
Lord Dace, head of House Dace, speak.
Lords, ladies, my question concerns the plight of our wayward kin, the so-called surface caste. What does the Commander Prospect think is the proper place for these lost souls?
Less than man. No, that's... But, okay, so we're gonna go with number 3. They are as we are and should have their rights returned. Because I want to see what he gives me. Like, what's the thing that he does.
Thank you, my lord. I am satisfied.
Then if there are no other challenges, I give you Ozamar's next commander.
I like the shot.
Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads. Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth. We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms.
Can't you send a servant?
Don't question everything. Just go for the ancestors' sake.
Okay, let's talk to Lord Day, see what he says.
That was well spoken.
What about your
Blunt as ever, hmm? Very well, then. Here is the information I promised. There is a plot against your life. Something to do with tomorrow's battle. Look to your own house, my friend. This plot is one of Aeducan design. Now I must be off to prepare for tomorrow. Do excuse me.
Okay, I kind of already knew that. That was kind of pointless. I regret helping that guy. Let's go find Trian. Tristan. I'm gonna call him Tristan. Let's go find Trian. Let's go tell him to get his butt over there, like he did to me. But I'm sure he's gonna have some mean things to say to me. Why are you not wearing a helmet, dude?
I am proud to serve the Aeducans.
Okay. Cool sword, though. Why are you not wearing a helmet? Why are you just... Oh, okay, you're trolling. Fair enough.
Alright.
That was somebody else. Ooh, chest. Lock. Ooh, journal.
And I'm off.
Let's read that journal. I know I said I wouldn't like... I think it's books. Trian's journal. 21 Ferventis. Notice Goran running around trying to get pieces of my sibling's ceremonial armor ready for the feast. Stopped him and asking how preparations were going. He mentioned that one of the bracers has a spot of tarnish on it. Was quite impresses his dedication. He's most loyal to our family. 23 Ferventis was on the way to discuss the treaty with father when came across a messenger waiting on the hall. On being asked by why he was loitering around the royal palace, he mumbled something about having a gift for the new commander and asked me, begged almost, to pass along some object or other to my sibling. Me, the heir to the throne of Ozamar, does not run errands for a messenger. Must have been new on the job. Hadn't from out, however, still reeling from the gall of it. Learned later that Balin had told the messenger that the quickest way to get things to our sibling was for me, and had him wait until I came by. So unseemly for a Prince of Ozamar to play such tricks. He needs to grow up and understand that as royalty he has a responsibility. Man, Balin is a jerk. The guy got beaten by the master. 24 Ferventis. Found Balin's little playmate again, lurking about the corridors outside his bedroom this morning. Must have been trying to steal something he already had. Her bosom seemed fuller than most decent ladies. Some jewels hidden in the bodice. Anyway, pretending not to see her would have been awkward otherwise. Wish Balin would keep her confined to his room if he must have her around. Little brother is too concerned with fun and pleasure and not serious enough about his duties as prince. Must talk to him about discipline when we have time. Unfortunately, much too busy with the many tasks father has laid upon my shoulders. 26 Ferventis. Remember to send small token of gratitude to Jayla Hemley. Alliance between Helmi and Aeducan must be kept strong. Lady Jaelia will of course accept proposal of marriage since we'll be king sooner or later, but never hurts to be polite and keep the lady happy. Hear that there are some surfacers selling silks. Maybe we'll send second out for something nice. Jayla's favorite color, turquoise. Now that's sweet. Oh, I like him now. I never read this journal entry before. He's actually not a terrible guy. Heard about there being provings held in our siblings' honor. They did not have provings for me at my first command, and I'm the heir. What is going on? Must go watch these provings. Make presence felt. Ozamar must not forget that I am to be her next king. What day is it today? Does it say anywhere on the game? No, it's probably whatever. Let's talk to Trian. Hey, Trian.
So you're a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our king father?
You two were not at the feast.
The world does not stop and start with your meager achievements.
That's so
Not
rude,
even
dude.
tonight. Now, do you have some purpose in bothering us?
Father's word, you're too much of an ass to be prince.
You push your luck.
I love it.
Balin, get to bed. We have a big day tomorrow. I will see what our father wishes from his heir.
All day I've put up with that. He can really grate on the nerves.
Whatever, you're a jerk. Well, he's their brother. I suppose it's his right.
Is it also his right to secure his own power at the expense of everyone around him?
Yeah, as an older brother, I can say, yeah, that is my right to get him. Everybody's nervous. You sound serious, Bella.
Unfortunately, I am. Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much-proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big brother, Trian is going to try to kill you.
Gorham does not like that at all. That seems a little far-fetched.
I wouldn't have believed it myself if I hadn't overheard him giving orders to his men. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's right.
How am I a threat to Trian?
He fears what you are becoming, in the eyes of the people and the Assembly. Trian's the named prince, but only the Assembly can proclaim a king. It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen. The first Aeducan king wasn't even part of the house's leading family. That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the Assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Usually, it's the popular younger brother of an undesirable prince.
Yeah, that's me. And you, too. You jerk. Well, I would make a good ruler.
You entered the provings held in your own honor just for glory and to please the crowds.
Yeah,
if you win glory against the Darkspawn tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir. Trian fears father will replace him on the spot. If not, the Assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside.
What should I do?
You're the elder. I'll follow your lead as always.
Gorham, what do you say?
Permission to speak freely?
I asked, didn't I?
Trian would make a terrible king, but no one wants to say it.
Oh, but he's so
just
nice.
enough backing in the Assembly
journal.
to make it ugly when your father dies, but not enough to become king. Killing him now makes your house stronger and saves a great deal of bloodshed later.
We'll wait. See what Trian does.
Very well. I'll keep my eyes open. I don't want to lose the brother I actually like.
Yeah. You worry too much.
One of us has to. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
May the Paragon smile down on you.
Okay. Next up, Deep Road.